Hi Pep Stars, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to look at the second half of the social studies curriculum-based test. So let's get right into the paper. So we had stopped off at question 20 for the last video. So we're continuing at question 21. Read the information in the box below, then use it to answer item 21. Jamaica has made a few changes to its coat of arms. One of these changes was made to the motto, which is the main reason for the final change to the motto. To provide a modern version of the motto, to pay tribute to the first ethnic group that lived in the country, to recognize the togetherness of the ethnic groups in the country, to show the relationship between indentured servants. And the correct answer is C, to show the togetherness of, or recognize the togetherness of the ethnic groups in the country, out of many one people, right? The national symbols and emblems are significant to Jamaicans because they remind us of our ancestors, represent economic prosperity, remind us of our civil responsibility to promote identity and civil pride. This was a repeated question. It wasn't on the 2023 paper, but I think it was on like 2019 or something like that. So the correct answer is to, it's not necessarily reminding of our ancestors. It's to promote the identity of our people and to promote civic pride. Which of the following is a service offered by the Jamaican government? Providing saving accounts for citizens, education opportunities for citizens, churches for citizens to worship, or social media accounts for children. And the correct answer is educational opportunities for citizens through our public schools. A grade 6 teacher asked her students to conduct a research to answer the question on the board. Use it to answer item 24. What qualities do people need to lead at the national level? Which would be most useful in gathering information to answer the question on the board? An autobiography of Marcus Garvey. This is also a repeated question. It's the biographies of former Jamaican prime ministers. So there they will share their life stories, and then from that you may see some of the qualities that are necessary for national leaders. Read the conversation in source 1 and the information in source 2. Use them to answer item 25 and 26. Source 1, the municipal corporation building. Sorry, this is the municipal corporation building. We used to call them parish councils. All the citizens of the parish who are suitable to vote can choose the members of the municipal corporation. This is usually done during the local government elections. What does municipal corporation do, Grandma? They do so much. They ensure the parish is kept clean and as well as maintain the markets and parks. Source 2, central government directs the affairs of the whole country. It is made up of representatives elected by the citizens from different areas of the country called constituencies. Some of these government members are involved in the day-to-day running of the country through different ministries of the government. Which source or sources gives us information on how specific places in the community are maintained by the government? Source one only. Source one talks about the market and the parks, but here it doesn't tell you the specific places that are being maintained. Based on the sources, which describes a similarity between central and local government. They both have buildings in each parishes. They both have members that are elected by the people. They're both responsible for maintaining parks and markets. They both have members who are who are in charge of different ministries. That's all. The correct answer is that members are elected by the people. So the members of the local government are elected in the local government elections, and there are also the central government members are elected in the general election. This is a repeated question. Thieves steals 29 cows from farmer in Rocktown. So that's a breaking news, which would most likely be the court to determine the proper punishment for the thieves. And it's the law and theft. Read the paragraph below, then use it to answer item 28. Paul is a 27-year-old man who was born in the United States of America. His parents are Jamaicans who also live in the United States of America. Paul visits Jamaica very often. During these visits, he develops a love and passion for Jamaica. He wants to become a Jamaican citizen. Under which of the following can Paul apply for Jamaican citizenship? Adoption, descent, neutralization, or Commonwealth nation? And the correct answer is descent, because he's a descendant of someone who lives, or he's a descendant of someone who was born in Jamaica. Which right comes with being a Jamaican citizen? The right to pay tax, vote during elections, serve on a jury, in court, choose which laws to obey. And that's the right to vote during elections, right to vote. Examine the cartoon below. John, the team leader, is addressing his team members. Read the information in the cartoon, then use it to answer item 30. Team, before we proceed, I need to hear your views on this matter. Which characteristics of a good leader is John demonstrating? Being courageous, displaying confidence, supporting team members during a meeting, Allowing members to take part in decision making. The correct answer is D. I really need to rectify that, you see. I'm gonna have to just clear out some of the unnecessary things that I don't need on my device. It's ridiculous. Happens too often after this, definitely. I have so much resources. I have to utilize cloud storage or something. That happens way too often. Please bear with me. Whew. Examine the map of the world below, then use it to answer item 31. North, west, east, south. So those are the cardinal points, and then showing the degrees. What is the name of the line of latitude labeled X? Let's look at X. The equator measures 0 degrees and it runs from east. So that's the equator. Which farming activity is carried out mostly in mountainous environments? Cattle farming, coffee farming, chicken farming, sugarcane farming. The correct answer is coffee farming. The Blue Mountains. Coffees like to be planted on the mountainous areas because it's cooler. So coffee does well with cool environments. Which of the following is a body of water that is completely surrounded by land? A lake, a sea, a river, or a gulf. And that's a lake. Read the following information in the box below, then use it to answer items 34. On a plane to their destination, the Jones family flew over landforms surrounded by water. As they descended, they saw a strip of land in the water, a strip of land with water on either side. The strip formed a part of the airport's runway. What two landforms did they observe? So the first one is landform surrounded by water. And the second is a strip of land with water on either side. So the strip of land with water on either side is the peninsula, like what we saw out by the airport, the Norman Manley International Airport. So now we're thinking about the landforms surrounded by water, and those are islands. So the correct answer is C. Read the information in the table below, then use it to answer item 35. And we can see the information in the table. I'm just going to leave that there for you to look at it for a few seconds. All right, based on the information in the table, which is true about humidity in mountain environments? Humidity is, let's look at the humidity for Kingston. It's above sea levels. It's 6 for Mark Bay, 37 meters, and Jacona Gardens, 1,676. The humidity in the morning is higher for the mountainous areas, or the ones that are high above sea level. So the humidity is higher in the mornings than on the lowlands, lower in the mountains than on the lowlands, or it remains the same on the mountains and the lowlands, changes on the mountain, but not on the lowlands. and it's just constant. Well, not constant, but it's about it's higher on the mountains and on the lowlands. So I can say higher on the mountain than on the lowlands. The picture below shows a section of a deforested hillside. Examine the picture, then use it to answer item 36. Which is likely to happen as a result of leaving the hillside in this state? More intense rainfall, increased land pollution, increased fertilizers use, frequent landslides. The correct answer is frequent landslides. Which best describes the human activity that is beneficial to mountain environments? And then building houses, no. Reusing plastic bottles, not really. Practicing composting, no. And setting up forest reserve, that's correct. Examine the two sources below, then use them to answer items 38 to 40. Source 1, Jamaica Conservation and Development Trust. The Blue and Janko Mountains National Park is mainly cloudy forest, a type of habitat which has a wide variety of plants and animals. Many of these plants are used for medicinal purposes and other purposes such as craft. More than 50% of the flowering plants found in the park cannot be found anywhere else in the world. As a result, the area is protected by several laws. The Blue and Drunker Mountains National Park is managed by the Jamaica Conservation and Development Trust, JCDT. First two, table taken from Eric Tour blog. Table showing adventures in the mountain area. Adventures in mountains, water adventures, canoeing and swimming, and other adventures, hiking, bird watching, and camping. Which sources identify activities that tourists can take part? Source 2 only. Which sources suggest that human activities may be restricted in some mountain environments? Source 1. So where it says the area is protected by several laws, that would show that there are certain human activities that may be restricted in the environment, and because also they're endangered species of plants, so therefore some activities will be restricted. And to the final question, based on the sources, which conclusion can be drawn about the significance of mountain environment? Mountains are only useful for providing habitats for animals. Mountains support wildlife and recreational activities. Mountains are severely affected by human activities, or mountains provide water supply for the country. And the correct answer is B. There you have it. That's the end of the review for the 2024 Social Studies curriculum-based test. And yes, students, again, this was a pretty manageable test. I saw a lot of information about Jamaican emblem, national emblems and symbols. We also saw information about the environment, how human activities affect the environment and how we coexist with the wildlife in our environment. So it wasn't so bad. I think pretty much so far by reviewing the three papers I've done, the science, math, and social studies, the only paper that's left for me to review now is the language arts paper. And I can literally say that all of the papers that I've looked at so far were manageable. Yes, you had a few questions that you had to second guess and think a little harder about those questions, but that was not for the majority of the paper. For the majority of the paper, the questions were pretty straightforward and you could read and reason out the answers. So there you have it. Please stay tuned to the next review of the language arts curriculum basis. I know the exams are finished and some of us might not be so motivated to want to see what is there, but it still helps. It gives you a sense of ease to say, oh, this is what I did on the examination, hopefully. And then I can kind of gauge based on what I did in the ability, because I did the ability review, the performance task review. If you didn't see the performance task reviews, go and check those out. And then I'm completing the whole set of reviews for the curriculum-based test. Whew, tired. I can just imagine how tired you were when you were doing the exam, but they're all over. Please put that ticket to Rio or anywhere else that you can have a fun destination. Go to the beach, do something fun. You deserve it. You have done so much to prepare for your examinations and they're all complete. The grade 4 and 5 students are not out of the woods as yet, so you can also recommend the channel to them so they can also find the materials useful. Until next time, continue to put your best foot forward, and I wish you all the best step starts in whatever endeavors you decide to pursue afterwards.